talk about it, your wish list, right? If you're looking at transportation from your lens, what do we need to do?
Yeah, so from my perspective, and what we need to do is to take whatever pot of money we have and invest some part of that into thinking about the future, right? Into investing in technology. And I know that's not always a popular answer in the sense when local communities and others need roads fixed and need paving and need potholes filled and so on and so forth, and taking some of those precious dollars and moving them to what's the future of autonomous transportation in the state, and some may not think that's a really good idea to invest money in at this moment in time when we have all these other needs across our transportation system. We talk a lot about safety as well. I mean, safety is a big investment. For us to keep our roadways safe and to improve them, it takes resources, but then we have to balance those resource needs against all the other demands we have. So I think trying to continue to make sure that we would allocate some amount of resources to be thinking forward is important, and hopefully we'll continue to do that.
How difficulty, and I'm going to stay with you for a second, Dean, how difficulty is it to maintain the infrastructure of our transportation? I believe you and I and Jim, we were meeting and you were talking about how the safety and what we need to do to make sure the roads are adequately, consistently built up. I mean, how hard is that? How difficult is that?
I think the challenge from my perspective, and what we talk a lot about in the research program at the university, is we've made a lot of progress in terms of the safety of the infrastructure and how we design, how we build, how we lay out the systems. But we have not made a lot of progress into all of us, right? How drivers think and the behavior and all the so-called human factors elements that come into it. So our push and the technology side is, yes, we all have different opinions of what this future of an automated vehicle may look like. But if I can develop a system to where we don't have to think and I can take some of the human behavior out of the driving environment, that's a significant step forward in transportation safety. And then there's a dominoes effect, if you will, in terms of the benefits that come across all the rest of the system when we do that. And then dollars are available for other types of things that we're talking about.
Are we speaking about electric vehicles? I mean, is that a direction we should be going? I don't know if I'm sold just on it all the way.
Well, I know Secretary Thompson's thinking an awful lot about that as we speak, as we're prepared to put a number of charging stations in across the state of Wisconsin. But I think we have to, and I think that is the future of how transportation systems are going to operate. And we can also think about other fuel types, but certainly if you watch any television commercial now from an automobile manufacturer, they're what are they talking about? The future of electric vehicles. And by the way, most of them are not even available yet, but they're advertising and they want your order, right? So yes, we need to be thinking about that. We need to be thinking about all these ways, and there's a ton of benefit, not only just from the environmental side, but in terms of how we operate the system and so forth that can come from that.